Welcome to OnCourtAI, the UK's leading AI tennis coach. I'm Coach Chris, joined as always by former touring professional Alex and sports psychologist Dr. Sam. We have been working hard on getting the latest improvements onto the app. Our AI coach now knows more about your game and shots, so give him a try. Let's get into today's court report. We've had a fantastic week with 46 videos uploaded by 26 players, and we also welcomed 41 new members to our OnCourtAI community. It's thrilling to see so many players eager to improve their game. Today, we're diving into some interesting data from those videos and discussing how we can help you take your skills to the next level. Let's kick things off with the stroke breakdown.
Absolutely, Chris. The data shows that serves were the most popular stroke this week, with 23 videos uploaded. However, the average technique score was only 59 out of 100. This tells us that while serving is a focus for many players, there's a clear opportunity for improvement. It's interesting to compare these scores to backhands, which averaged 60.1. Players seem to lean heavily on their serves, but they might be neglecting the importance of a solid forehand.
That's right, Alex. The numbers reflect a common psychological tendency where players may rely on one wing for comfort or confidence. Individuals often gravitate towards strokes they feel more secure with, leading to imbalances in their overall game. This week, the forehand average was only 46.3, while the backhand was significantly higher. This disparity suggests that players may need to actively work on their forehand mechanics to build confidence in that area.
Exactly. And let's look at some individual highlights. TenisFrik scored an impressive 71 out of 100 on their serve, achieving a toss height of 50 centimeters. This is crucial because a good toss ensures better timing and control. When players can consistently achieve a toss within that optimal range of 30 to 50 centimeters above their reach, it sets them up for a more powerful serve. That's a fantastic benchmark to strive for.
That's a great observation, Chris. Toss height is something I always focused on during my time on tour. My coach would stress the importance of that toss, as it directly influences how much power and spin you can generate. When I was serving at my best, my toss was always around the 50-centimeter mark. It really is pivotal for a successful serve.
And from a mental aspect, players should visualize the toss consistently every time they serve. Establishing a strong mental image can help solidify this technique. It's about building a routine that reinforces positive outcomes. If players can align their mental preparation with their physical execution, they'll likely see improved results.
Now, let's move on to our second highlight, Katherine, who had an exceptional X-factor separation of 70 centimeters on their forehand. The X-factor is the rotational gap between the shoulders and hips at the start of the swing. A larger X-factor creates more coil, which can significantly enhance power generation. It's impressive to see players reaching this level of separation.
That's fantastic, Katherine. When I played, I remember focusing on my X-factor for my forehand too. If you look at the top pros, they all utilize that shoulder-hip separation effectively. It's a key element that allows them to unleash their power and maintain control. The more you can coil and then uncoil, the more explosive your shots become.
Building on that, it's important for players to trust this technique. Developing confidence in your X-factor is essential, especially when you're under pressure during a match. It might feel unnatural at first, but with practice and positive reinforcement, it will become a natural part of their game.
Moving on to Cyrenex, who showcased impressive biomechanics with 58 centimeters of hip forward movement on their forehand. This weight transfer is crucial because it helps to load power through the kinetic chain. Players who drive their hips into the shot effectively transfer that energy through their arm and racket, resulting in a more powerful hit.
That's right, Chris. I can recall moments on tour where my weight transfer made all the difference in a tight match. If you're hitting the ball while your weight is still back, your shot will lack power. It's vital for players to learn how to use their whole body effectively, especially when facing a powerful opponent.
And psychologically, players need to build a habit of engaging their lower body during practice. It's all about creating muscle memory. By focusing on weight transfer in drills, they'll start to feel more connected to their shots. The subconscious will take over during matches, allowing for more instinctive and powerful strokes.
Now let's talk about Simon's backhand. They scored a solid 70 with an X factor of 17 centimeters, which is a good start, but could definitely be improved. Their swing path angle was 66 degrees, which is excellent for generating topspin, and the contact point was 15 centimeters forward, right in that optimal zone for good control and power.
That's a solid performance, Simon. The swing path is essential for creating the kind of spin that can dictate points. Players at the professional level are meticulous about their swing path angles. The more players can replicate that upward swing path, the more topspin they can generate, making the ball bounce higher and more unpredictably for opponents.
And let's not forget the mental aspect of hitting that ideal contact point. Players should practice focusing on where they strike the ball, training their minds to recognize that sweet spot. Consistency in practice can lead to confidence during matches, which in turn leads to better performance.
Now, we also have Kita with a backhand score of 70. They recorded an impressive X factor of 39 centimeters, but their swing path angle was a bit flatter at 2 degrees, which is something to work on. It's great they have forward contact, but we want to see that swing path being more upward to really maximize topspin.
Absolutely, Chris. A swing path that's too flat can limit a player's ability to create effective angles and depth. In matches, the best players are always looking to create opportunities with topspin. It gives them the ability to hit safely over the net while still pushing their opponents back.
And from a mental perspective, it's important for Kita to visualize that upward swing path. Developing a clear mental image of their stroke mechanics can help them commit to the right path during play. It's about building that trust in their technique.
Next, let's highlight Vlad, who scored 69 on their serve. They achieved a toss height of 55 centimeters, which is excellent, but their knee bend was recorded at only 118 degrees. The ideal range is between 130 to 150 degrees, so we want to see more bend to maximize that leg drive and power transfer.
That's a critical observation. I remember working on my knee bend constantly. It's foundational for a powerful serve. When you're in that trophy position, bending the knees correctly allows for explosive upward movement. The best servers on tour always have a perfect knee bend, and it becomes a natural part of their motion.
And mentally, this is an opportunity for Vlad to build a habit of checking their knee position every time they serve. A pre-serve routine that emphasizes that knee bend can reinforce this technique, making it more instinctual over time.
Now moving on to Ishan, who scored 67 on their serve. Their toss height was 40 centimeters, which is excellent, but the trophy elbow was at 152 degrees, which is outside the optimal range. This could be limiting their racket drop and ultimately their power.
Exactly, Chris. The trophy position is essential for a successful serve, and if the elbow is too straight, it doesn't allow for the necessary racket drop and snap. It's fascinating to see how small adjustments can lead to big improvements.
And from a mental perspective, Ishan could benefit from visualization techniques. By picturing the ideal trophy position in their mind, they can reinforce the correct form, helping them feel more confident during matches.
To wrap up our player highlights, Murillo also scored 67 on their serve. Their knee bend was excellent at 137 degrees, which is a solid foundation for power. The trophy elbow was at 157 degrees, which is good, but they could focus on maximizing that elbow positioning to optimize their serve even further.
That's a great score for Murillo. When I was competing, I always made sure my elbow positioning was just right. It's all about harnessing that energy through the kinetic chain. The better the setup, the more power you can generate in that serve.
And to build on that, a positive mindset regarding these minor adjustments can make a significant difference. Murillo should focus on consistency in practice, repeating those ideal movements until they become second nature. The more they can visualize their success, the more likely they are to achieve it.
Now, let's pivot to our drill of the day. Today, we're focusing on the knee bend drill, which is perfect for improving your serve. The goal here is to maximize your leg drive through proper knee bending. This is crucial because players are commonly struggling to achieve that 130 to 150 degree angle during their serve.
That's a fantastic choice, Chris. I can't stress enough how important that knee bend is. On tour, I'd spend hours practicing my serve, ensuring I had that perfect knee angle. It allows players to generate more power and helps set them up for a successful follow through.
From a mental standpoint, players need to approach this drill with the right mindset. Emphasizing consistency and focus will help build the habit of bending their knees correctly. It's important to visualize this during practice to reinforce the behavior.
All right, here's how the knee bend drill works. Stand in your serve position and practice bending your knees to that ideal angle. Start with a few slow repetitions, holding the bend for a moment to feel the weight transfer. As you practice, visualize your serve mechanics and the power you'll generate once you're in that correct position.
It's all about feeling that connection. When I was training, I would often visualize the serve while in that knee bent position. It helped solidify the mechanics I needed when I was on the court in a match. The more you can rehearse that feeling, the more automatic it becomes.
And remember, players should aim to commit to this drill for about 15 minutes. It's a manageable time that can lead to substantial improvements. With each session, they should build that mental imagery and physical connection, which can make a world of difference.
So, to summarize, the key takeaway from today's episode is that maximizing your knee bend will significantly enhance your serve's power transfer. Make this drill a part of your practice routine and watch how your serve transforms. That's it for this week, and thanks for joining. Until next time, keep uploading your shots and improving one shot at a time. Upload your shot today at OnCourtAI.co.uk.